Okay. Okay, so I was actually setting up like left 0 here. So that's why this left 0 was overwriting this left 25 and right -25. So I just have to remove the left 0 from here, and it is working fine. So we have some other issues. Let's go to featured product and see this. We have our image component. Okay. So let's actually give it a background color. The background color should be white. Okay, so the background color is white. Now, what else is wrong here? So it also has a shadow, right? If you see here, it has a shadow. So you do not have to write the shadow down. You have Google for that. Just write box shadow generator and go to any of these, and you can just tweak with this and create your own shadow. So let's make a soft shadow. Okay, that looks fine, and just copy it from here, and now just use it in your element. Let's see how it looks. Okay, now it looks like it's a little bit elevated from other components, sorry, other elements. So there is still some styling problem here. Okay, the display flex isn't working. That is weird. Hmm. Okay. Okay, the image tag is actually showing weird behavior for some reason. Okay, it's fine. Let's wrap those actually. Okay, now let's add those inside our image tip. Let's see if that solves the problem. Let's say with 100%. What is the problem here? Okay, so we are having some problems positioning the images to the center. So I gave each of the images a width of 100%. So that solved the problem. So now you can use this button as your next and previous button. So I want to give it a cursor as pointer to. All right, so let's reload again and let's see if our navigation buttons are working. So yes, our navigation buttons are working. So as you can see, after we go to the last product, our button ends, right? So we cannot go forward. So we do not want to do that. What we want to do is after the user comes to the last product, we want to start a loop that will actually go to our first product again, like show our first product again, so the loop doesn't stop. So what we can do is we can come to our swiper again, and we can just say loop true, right? So if we do that and reload again, now let's see what happens if we goes to the last product. See, when we go to the last product, it actually doesn't stop the slides. It actually loops back to the first product, and it can go on and on. Okay, all right. So we also want to use the free mode. Free mode is like when I'm scrolling it, like one or two slides are coming along. Like when I if I swipe it like this, as you can see, it is not like doing a very smooth transition or moving very smoothly. So if I want to do that, I have to use another module that is called free mode, I think. Yeah, free mode. Yes. So as you can see, it is imported from Swiper modules, and then I have to say free mode true. Sorry. Okay, let's reload again. See, as now we can see it is very smooth. Whenever I am moving along, the movement is very smooth. It isn't when I swipe and leave my mouse, uh, it isn't giving you a janky animation. So it is very smooth now. Okay, so what else can we play? So how should the user know that it is a swiper? And the user might be lazy, so they do not want to click on the navigation. So for that, but we want the user to see the products, right? So for that to happen, we can just use the autoplay, right? So the swiper should work, yeah, swipe automatically. So we can import that from again swiper module. Yes, then we can say autoplay, sorry, autoplay. And inside autoplay, we can set up a timer. So if we give it a second bracket, then say delay, we can set up the delay. So let's say we want the delay to be 3 seconds, right? So let's reload again. And let's say I'm a user and I come here, what will I see? Yes, the swipers are auto-playing. So now the user is tempted to slide more, right? And they will see all the products. Okay, so our autoplay is working and everything looks fine, right? So our feature product is complete, but here is another problem, right? With Swiper, I'm sure you will face this problem whenever you are working with your project. So I faced this multiple time and I learned it the hard way. So I'm going to show you how you can actually add responsiveness to your Swiper.js. Let's show you the problem first. What is the issue? Okay, so if we go to smaller devices, okay, our UI is already broken, right? It is already done. By the time we move to our mobile section, if the user opens it, they will just see this. So this is not a very good user experience, right? Not good. This is a worst user experience. So we do not want to do that. So we cannot make it responsive with CSS, right? We cannot do that because Swiper is handling everything internally. We cannot do that with CSS, but they do provide us a way or a prop to handle the responsiveness. So to do that, uh, all of these are in their documentation. You just have to go to, okay, let's search breakpoints. Yes, as you can see, this is a responsive breakpoints. Let's go to React. That will open another sandbox. All right. Okay. As you can see, we have breakpoints for our different skin sizes. So we can use these breakpoints to add responsiveness to our swiper. So we're going to do that. So let's go on the top and let's add some breakpoints, right? So you have to give it two brackets. So we are going to start from smaller devices. So the responsiveness or the breakpoints of Swiper, it doesn't work like CSS. You have to follow their documentation or follow their rules. As you can see in the documentation, they started from small devices, right? So you have to do that too. So I'm just going to start with 480. So for 480 pixel, I do not want to show like 5 slides per view, right? I want to show like, let's say 2. Okay, so I can say slides per view. I want to show 2 slides. Okay, and let's add some other breakpoints for, let's say 860. So you just have to find the sweet spot, like where is your UI breaking, right? So then you can add those breakpoints. So for your different projects, the breakpoints will be different. Okay, it's not working. Let's reload. Okay, we have this problem with smaller devices. I don't know where this coming from. So, okay, so we're going to solve it. Don't worry. Okay, so this is our breakpoint, right? So as we started from small, it will apply to, like, if we do not have any breakpoints for large devices, it will be applied globally or default by default. Okay, so yes, so as you can see, after our breakpoint, everything breaks, right? Okay, so then what we can do is if we enlarge them more, as you can see, we can add another breakpoint, another 860, right? So let's do that. We can say for 860, I want to show slides per view. I want to show 3 slides, right? Okay, so for the devices above 860 or 860 pixel, it will show 3 slides. If we go right under 860, okay, now it will show 2 slides because we said for devices over 840 pixel, we want to show 2 slides. So let's add more breakpoints. So let's say right around 1200, let's say, yeah, 1200, we want to show 4 slides, right? So let's say for 1200, I want to slides per view. I want to show, let's say four slides, right? So let me reload again. Okay, so now for devices above 1200 pixel, we will see 4 slides. Right when we come reduce after 1200, we'll see 3, and then after 480, we'll see 2, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, not 480. After 860, we'll see 2. Now, for our large devices or devices above 1200, let's say 440. So 440 is a common width that we use for our documents or our web pages. 440, 1920. So these are breakpoints we use. So for our projects, actually, if you go to our main container, we are using 440 pixels. So let's say devices above 440 pixel, we just want to slide our default slides per view, our default 5 slides, right? Okay, so yeah, right till 440. Okay, as you can see here, right till 440 we'll see 5, and after that we'll see 4. Then after 1200 we see 3. Then after 860 we see 2, right? Till 440. Okay, now it breaks again. So what we want to do is after 440, right? So this what this means is that after 440, like for devices that are larger than 440, we are saying 2. But what about the devices under 440? So for devices under 440, it will go back to your default param, like your slice per view 5. So we don't want that. So what we can say that for devices after more than 0, which with a more than 0, that means these devices will come under 0 and 480, right? So for devices under 0 and 480, we want to show 1. Slides per view, slides per view. We want to show 1 slide. Okay, let's see what happens now. Let's reload. We're getting a hydration error for smaller devices. I'm going to solve that, don't worry. And right after 480, we'll see 1. Yes, see? So I don't think 480 is the right spot. It should be around 560, I think. So let's solve that. Let's say 560. Okay. Okay. So yes. So 560. We are seeing 1 slide. So now it doesn't matter how small your device is. You can see up to 360. They will see a responsive slide. Okay. We are getting some responsive issues. I think. Is it coming from slide? Yeah, I think it is coming from slide because these two buttons are overflowing. So what we can do is let's see where they are overflowing. Okay, so let's go back. So yeah, now it looks fine. Here it looks fine too. Yeah, I think after 440 or something. Yeah, I think after 440 it still looks good. Still looks good here too. Yeah, I think it breaks somewhere between 1200, I think. Let's reload again. Okay, I think it breaks around 1200. So what we can do is we can say we said left 25, right? So we can add a media query like and max width 1200 pixel. We do not want the left to be 25. We want it to go to left 0. And same thing for the next element. We can say right 0. Okay. Mm, okay, so you see after 1200 it comes inside the element. So for yep, yes, I think now it looks fine. Okay, great.